Hey everybody, it's Allison. I know that some of you have been waiting patiently for a houseplant update, so some things have changed. I kind of redid my setup, which was kind of unnecessary, but I just got bored. So, yeah, I have a couple new plants, and then some of my plants died. So, and I don't really remember which ones they were, so I don't know. If you figure it out and you want to do that, you can. So here you go. Over here in this corner, I have my domino peace lily, spathiphyllum, and she's doing fine. I have just been giving her tap water though, so she does have some like brown tips. I don't really care. It's not very noticeable. Like, the plant looks awesome. So, and it's blooming. So I've had this for, probably almost a year. And then over here, I've had this guy for about a year. My, what do they call it now? It used to be philodendron bipennifolium, I believe. And then now it's called like Philophytum bipennifolium or something. I don't even remember. And then over here I have my little Schefflera, which he was kind of upset, but he's popping out some new leaves now. I have a little Hoya up here and my staghorn, which is like, looks kind of sad, but it looks okay. These bits are dying, but they look pretty cool. Got a little, I think it's a Epiprenum aureum enjoy up here hanging up. And Scindapsus pictus hanging up here. It's got some great growth going on. A little rabbit's foot fern. And my Monstera, which she is doing beautifully, and she's starting to root onto her pole. This is my freshest, fattest leaf. Looking pretty good. And here I have my little goldfish plant that I mounted onto this pole. And it has been growing a lot. I have a very sad looking Boston fern up here. It's growing back. I didn't water it enough over the winter, so. And then, dun 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 dun, the rubber tree, Ficus elastica. And I believe this is the burgundy because it has these beautiful red veins here, but if it doesn't get bright light, it'll just be green. So keep that in mind. If some of yours have green veins, if you give it more light, they might be red. So, yep. And yeah, I have a little grow light there. It's probably unnecessary, but I just want them to grow quickly as possible. And then over here I have another rabbit's foot fern, which also gets a little bit neglected, but it's doing all right. And my Aglaonema, doing all right. I think it had a little bit of spider mites. It's got a little funky leaf here and here. And going over here, excuse my messy place. I'm always like, I'm an artist, so I just throw everything everywhere. Over here we have another spathiphyllum, just a regular one, which also has brown tips because of salt in the water, minerals in the water. And then over here we have a pretty thirsty looking heartleaf philodendron, which, let's see, philodendron, I don't remember the actual name for that, but it's grown a lot, but it's just like not Like, I need to water it more, or I'll put it in a pot. This is another Scindapsus pictus. It's doing fine. I think I propagated it, or it was just like a little tiny piece that wasn't doing so hot, and I like put it in the pot, and it's doing okay. It needs to be moved though. My shelf used to be a different direction, and it used to get more light, but I haven't decided where to put it yet. There's all my crazy artist stuff. Hee hee. Yes, giant banana plant. Over here, I have my Epiprenum aureum neon, which I saw some mealybugs on it the other day, so I'm kind of sad about that. But I did just spray most of my plants with neem oil yesterday, so hopefully we'll get that taken care of quick. Kind of a sad looking spider plant up here. But I want to show you that I know this isn't good for the plant, but I took the little pups that were hanging off and I just stuck them in the pot, and we got some good roots going. So, and I probably should not pull that out of the pot again because that's not very good for the roots. But they'll figure their way back in there. Oh, where are you? And I have pretty sure it's just a regular old Hoya carnosa, and another, I think it's Epiprenum Enjoy. I don't know. It's just a different cultivar of Epiprenum aureum, okay? And then I have a Fittonia here. Looking pretty good. Got a little dried out, and I repotted it, and it's fine now. Christmas cactus, don't remember, well, it's not even a Christmas cactus. Thanksgiving cactus, don't remember the Latin name for that. Peperomia obtusifolia variegata, which is doing fine. However, I did notice some like little dots, and I don't know if that is scale, that like really little microscopic thing, see? So if anyone knows, just let me know. I did also spray this with neem oil, so I don't know if that will help, but I'm a little concerned about those little dots. And then I have my, I think it's called a purple passion vine, which is super fuzzy, so I have not sprayed this with neem oil. I don't know if I should. If anyone knows, let me know. Kind of a sad looking air plant that I got a year ago. It was from Florida. I guess my grandma found it in her yard. Oh, I live like up in like North Dakota, Minnesota area, by the way. So like, yeah, it's like, it gets cold out here. But pretty sad looking prayer plant. One that I cut up because of spider mites. And then a Calathea medallion, which also has spider mites. So that's lovely. Syngonium. Some spider plant propagations. Crown of Thorns plant, which keeps having leaves falling off. So I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so Labordia socialis, which has like really cool leopard leaves. And it's like kind of succulent, so you can like tell when it needs water. The like bulb will get like squishy. So that's pretty cool. Oh, where am I? And then over here I have a wax ivy or German ivy. I think it's also called Senecio macroglossus. And I also saw some sort of pest on this, so I also treated that. And then over here I have Tradescantia, a couple different kinds here, which this one is a fuzzy plant. and it got sprayed with neem oil. I don't think that it liked it. So, just fair warning. Down here I have a blue agave plant and a Haworthia, which is doing pretty good. It was like dying when I got it. And the ogre ear jade. I don't know the technical name for that either. Some crotons. Oh, a croton over here, and then some coleus. Some varieties of coleus. And my little succulent garden, which is like looking for the light, baby. And my polka dot plant, which is sad looking. And then my aloe, which is in way too big of a pot. And then over here, I also have, shoot, I can't even remember the name of this, but it grows pretty fast and it looks pretty cool. But the leaves that I bought it, when I bought it, the leaves looked like this, but now they look like this. So I must be giving it more sun than they did. And then up here, I have my philodendron, philodendron lemon lime, I guess they call it. I think I've seen it called other things too though, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It stayed a little moist for too long, so it looked a little bit sad for a while, but it's looking better now. All right, on to the bedroom. I have a, well, I thought it was a Sansevieria, but I think it might have just been reclassified as a Dracaena, which seems kind of like crazy, but it's pretty tall. It's like maybe like 3 feet, 2.5 feet. So, and then I have my Norfolk Island pine, which has grown quite a bit since November. So I'm happy about that. And then I have my Dieffenbachia over here, and the spider mites really like that one for some reason, and it annoys me. And then I have some of these things, which are supposed to be purple, but they aren't getting enough sun. So they're just like greenish purple. And then some more spider plant babies, because I just wanted to see where they liked it better. And then, I have another Spathiphyllum right here. It's a little baby that I like separated from its mother a year ago when I got my other one. And it's grown a little bit, but yeah, the new leaves are kind of small. No big deal. It's like in the bedroom. Look at my dusty and night table. My dusty night table. Okay. So, wow, it looks like a mess in here. Here is my Epiprenum aureum. It loves the pole. It is huge. The leaves are gorgeous. And it's really shiny right now because it had spider mites, and so I just treated it with some neem oil yesterday. And that's also why it's still in the shower, because it's honestly really heavy after I washed it off. So, but yeah, this is the newest leaf, and it is huge. The old leaves, they start to get huge, like maybe like 1.5 feet or 2 feet up from the pot. So if you want to have like giant leaves like this, you need to let it grow bigger than 2 feet. So yeah, you can see it's growing all the way up there. It's like way taller than me, yo. Let me turn this around. See how tall this is? So yeah, I totally recommend trying it. It can be a little bit messy sometimes, and it is heavy and difficult to move around, but I'm sure that some of you are like really crafty and you would come up with some way to make it easier to move. But, oh, I should show you the roots too. So let's see, where's a good one? It's kind of dark. I don't like the lighting in this bathroom very well, but you can see one here, and then there's always going to be some little roots that come out, and then you're going to have like the big guy. Like this guy, he's like coming down from up there. He's like, oh yeah. And they will grow like all the way down. And then your pot will be like full of roots from like the whole thing. Look at all those roots. It's really cool. Definitely recommend. Oh, I also have a neon planted in here. And as you can see, the leaves when I planted it were this size. But now they're this size. So it also works on this variety of Epipremnum aureum. So highly recommend. So yes, if you can make one of these, I have saran wrap on this to keep the moisture in right now, since it hasn't grown up the pole so it doesn't drip everywhere. But if you can make one of these, I would highly recommend it, because any of your climbing plants are going to be like, holy cow, this is like a tree. On my large Pothos Epipremnum aureum, I used, at first it was just an experiment, so I just used orchid mix and peat moss, and I filled that up and I just kind of like tamped it into the tube that I made. And I also used sphagnum moss at the top as like another experiment, and the sphagnum moss does work. However, I don't think it's as nutritionally rich as like the orchid mix and peat moss. So, because like the bark will decompose, and you know, that'll give some nutrition, right? So I definitely recommend that. And thank you so much for watching. Give you another plant update soon, I hope. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this is Allison, and plants are cool.